Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for August the 24th through the 30th, 2015. So let's just take a moment to sort of align ourselves with the core essence of your higher self, the divine light that is flowing within you and readily available to you, offering you all options for the freedom of your soul to be expressed and to experience the highest levels of possibilities available to you now. And so I ask you to rest within the source of this love, so profound and proficient for you now, and to allow any of the stress or struggles that you have in the moments of your life, to allow them to be washed in this holy light and this space of consciousness which clears away the worries. As soon as you release or offer it, it will reconcile and make everything whole within you and around you. And so your only job right now is to surrender to your angels, surrender the changes that are unfolding, and surrender it with your faith. Surrender it with your faith, it's saying. And let it rest. Let it rest any things that, let it rest in the arms of God. And they're just showing me sort of the swords. It reminds me of the Ten of Swords in the traditional tarot card. And so this is about not allowing anything to, any concerns or anything in your mind to just completely ruin all the abundance, all the opportunities, all the peace, all the rewards that you may not be aware of, but that are present. And God is speaking, and He wants you to know that He is very much present with you in the experience, where you may only experience it from one level. He is a part of it in every way, where sometimes we get desensitized in some ways and we can get somewhat removed, and we allow it. And that happens, he's saying, through your suffering, through the focus on our suffering or the challenges that meet us in the moment. It actually removes us from becoming a part of the entirety of what is occurring. And when we are entirely invested in each moment, there is only the perspective of abundance, he's saying. It's all balanced, it all balances, and it is understood, and the purpose for each thing, and how it is doing a good thing in helping you to become. You see, it's giving you the opportunity to become, because what it's presenting to you out of this love, profound love that was given to you, that offered you your free will, it's giving you the opportunity to make choices. And to make those choices based on the heart. It was not given to you to split your heart, but given to you so that you know that you have a choice. And whichever choice that you decide to go with, there are blessings waiting for you. And you don't have to worry about whether your choice is going to lead to ruin. as they're drawing my attention back to this image of the Ten of Swords here. Because if it doesn't, there's a difference between fearing and feeling that something is not right for you. So when you fear something, an opportunity, it means that you're afraid because you are focused on how you may not be ready, or what you may lack, or how you may be inadequate or unworthy, etc. But when you say something doesn't feel right for me, or I'm not feeling this, that is discernment. That is not the ego. That is not fear. So when we have to say no to something or turn something down, there's a big difference in the voice that you are listening to, that's offering you the wisdom and the clarity. So just be very much aware of this. This came up in the daily card messages, and it was kind of an eye-opener for me. And keep in mind, I learn as I go through this with you. This has probably advanced my own ascension more than anything. And that's why it's most important for you to do what you love and to stop questioning it. Because when you just do it and you surrender, you become a part of it. You see, you become a part of the love that is flowing, that you've been creating, and that the universe is co-creating with you. And it gets sewn together into this beautiful tapestry of just clear, and they're writing definite decisions that will bring about your happiness. Profound indeed. So I invite you to just place your suffering aside. Remove that barrier that would displace you from the connection and your connectedness to the entirety of what is happening to you, because of you, in the present moment. So let's take a look at the card and see what Archangel is coming up for us this week and offering us leadership and guidance. We already know that God is very, you will not, I cannot, I'm so sorry. Can you believe this? This card, this is the second week in a row, and this is the second time consecutively that this card is coming again. So what do we need to confirm our faith here? What more do we need when the Archangel Sandalphon is clearly indicating with his trumpet that this is the time for all of your prayers to be answered? That means that things are occurring for you, and if you feel that they're not, then you're blocking it by focusing on your pain and your suffering and the challenges. You're seeing challenges where there is actually opportunity, but you're only seeing a part of what's going on. And now we ask you to open your heart firstly, because it's only through the heart that you can truly see, understand, and perceive the truth that is being offered to you. And when you do, you join with the entirety of the universe, all of your angels and guides, which I now see standing around you in abundance. Wow, you have no idea what it means when they say you are not alone, but you are surrounded. And it's almost like they're showing me a golden egg in the center. And it's you. You are the golden egg that you've been waiting for. And you are ready to give birth to a whole new life experience. And it's already in place for you. So the only thing that you're being asked to do right now is to receive, to allow. This card reminds me of the Judgment card in the traditional tarot, which is, this moment of atonement or reconciliation, this moment when we no longer live in the consciousness that was like a death, right? Because the ego's perspective sees everything as an end, not as a beginning. And that would really go hand in hand with the image that was showing me of the Ten of Swords, because this is about letting go, surrendering, to surrendering the thoughts and the beliefs, the understandings you've had, so that you can now see and receive and allow yourself to, in the process, to fully awaken. And this awakening means that you become refreshed and renewed in your thoughts and in your beliefs and in your experiences and in your expression of your love, your divine essence. It's allowing this all to open up. You're standing more and more in your power, and this is what they want you to allow. So any of you who are experiencing challenges, is what they're showing me here, is because they're trying to help you to stand in your power. Because there's some things that you are holding on to or resisting, and the challenge is actually an opportunity. And they're writing hour. They're saying it's an opportunity for the entire universe. And they're indicating like a learning curve. And what I mean by this is that what you do, what you succeed in today, what you allow yourself to heal, not only heal, you're not healing for you. You're not doing it just for you. You're doing it for the entirety. You're doing it for the big picture. The big picture which sees from the perspective of God that all is one body of God. So they're just indicating that the number 9, that all light workers, and that is each and every one of you, no matter what you're doing, because inside of you and what represents your divine soul and essence is light. And so you now are being asked to awaken and just connect in with all awakened beings in your meditation. I was asked to do this by one of my colleagues, and it was exceptionally profound, the experience I had and what I felt. So I ask you to invite you to do the same thing and join in with each awakened being on the planet, and just see where that takes you, and to surround the planet with this frequency, which I believe is activating and accelerating, as they're showing me, yes. And it's going to bring so many of us through together. So keep this in mind and tap into the power that is truly who you are. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. All right, and I love this card, the 8 of Emotion, which would be the 8 of Cups in the traditional tarot. And this card is really about moving in a direction that is about following your heart. You feel so very strongly these days that something out there is representing more of who you feel you are at the core of your soul, at the core of your source. And so you are on a journey, and they're showing me like a boat, and so it's like a little boat that you're on. You're in this boat, and you're floating down this river towards wherever it is that your heart is guiding you, where more fulfillment and all of your wishes and dreams are realized. And so many of you some of you have already begun this transition, and you will discover that many others are on this transformation, or this journey with you, where each person is recognizing and acknowledging their connection to the infinite source. Even if they don't know what that is, they just know that there is something greater out there that represents a place of expansion, of abundance, where they are going, and that is possible for them to achieve, and something that has integrity. And so people are really just, their eyes are opening. Their inner eye, their spiritual eye is opening to the abundance, to their worth, they're showing me and indicating, and to the worth of the world. And so there's almost this inner map that's guiding us to the fulfillment of this happening, not just for ourselves, but for the entirety, you see. And so it's interesting because, here we have a bride in a carriage. And I guess it's like a new marriage contract, but it's with the universe, it's with your soul, it's with your source. And you happily walk down that aisle, and you happily hitch yourself to this infinite opportunity for yourself. So let me just tune in to this card and see if, additional messages. So they're definitely showing me you moving, that you're moving in some way. This could mean you may be relocating or think about relocating to a new place, relocating to a new job, or looking into changing careers, or you could be traveling. They were showing me that whatever offers are coming to you that will offer you an opportunity to make those changes. They're letting me know that they're showing me the mushroom, that it's going to be an abundant opportunity for you. They're showing me a rose. I feel like for some of you that this may be an opportunity of marriage or love. I'm also getting a sense that, and what the angels were saying is that your suffering in the past, the struggles that you've been through in the past, and this with similar opportunities, this is not going to exist. They want you to know that they're supporting you, and God is supporting you, and they want you to know that you have nothing to worry about. So just open your arms. This also is this opportunity is going to lead you on a path that has very much to do with nurturing your career as well, and your life purpose. Okay? And I want you to think of that life purpose in a much more general term here. So just know that you're not getting off track. Okay? Is what they want you to know by accepting these things or considering these changes. Let's look at the card for the middle of the week, and I may feel that there's a connection to these cards. Okay. And it's the guardian of abundance here. So the middle of the week, what the card is indicating here is that this is someone who has a good sense of business. The person is very generous and has achieved. This would normally be the king of pentacles here. So you're going to have through this choice and these movements that you're making, this card is confirming what we were just talking about. Okay, so follow that feeling, because it's going to lead to abundance, and I'm getting a sense, and it's going to lead to success for you. You're going to really feel more grounded in your life, more secure, as the guardian of abundance would indicate, and you know it gives you a chance to really, you have this ability to think things through. So not only will you have this sense of, you'll feel like more secure, but you'll also be able to map out things more easily for yourself. And so just getting a sense here with him, you know, with the, it looks like he has a, let me see if I can zoom in there. I guess he has a silver spoon in his hand. So, you know, sort of born with a silver spoon. But this rebirth period is going to be like you were born with a silver spoon, which is what they've been saying about. It's going to be completely different. So this is a totally new awakening for you. Now, this would card for the middle of the week would definitely indicate that any contracts, or let's say any business proposals, any plans that you want to make, grounded, successful, will work out fine. There will, things will go without a hiccup, or without a hitch. Things should be very smooth. It should be very solid. So you can trust your decisions in the middle of the week. You can trust the opportunities that have been presented to you. Know that it's the right move to make. It, as long as your heart is clearly, giving you the signal, then go for it. All right, let me just tune in and see if I get any additional messages from this card. Okay, and what as I began to close my eyes just to sort of tune in, what they were telling me is, for some of you, this may be the person that you may meet, okay? So this is usually someone that's an earth sign, or this could be just somebody who is a businessman or a woman who may have their own business, but that you're going to meet someone with a solid background, someone who's really down to earth, who is very grounded. He doesn't have to be, someone that's, financially, but the thing is that this person definitely will not have financial issues, okay? He doesn't have to be rich, but he or she is financially secure. They know how to, you know, make ends meet or plan efficiently, etc. So just getting a sense, as I was beginning to close my eyes, that there's a connection about the personality of the person that you may meet. Okay, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week, the weekend. So I'm kind of hearing, as I'm looking at this card, that you may again need some rest. So I feel like last week we had the Four of Air, and it was like needing to kind of meditate and relax a little bit. So it seems like the beginning of the week is, because we're embracing all of these changes, kind of a bit overwhelming as well, and so that we kind of need to be careful and really use our weekends be more practical about our weekends, and use our weekends to really not to relax, I guess, or to just nurture ourselves. Make sure we make time for ourselves and if our families, or whatever our priorities are, but especially focusing on the priorities of your heart and not getting confused with everything, every little detail in your life, because there's a lot of things in our lives that are not really our responsibility. We just take them on, and you know who you are, because I know who I am when I do that myself. So don't feel that you have to handle everything on your own. And this is really what this card is about. That you end up, don't start a project on the weekend, okay? Like you start pulling out this, and you start pulling out this and that, and then next thing you know, you got it all over the place, and now you got something that's going to take you the entire weekend to put back together. That's not the purpose of maybe tackling something or a priority that was important to you. So if you're going to something seems like it's going to be rather large, then invite others to help you, delegate. Um, you know, don't just be the only person who is. So I'm getting a sense just from looking back at the our court card member here that you need to think about your, because this person doesn't just do things rationally. They didn't get to be where they are by being irrational and impulsive. So it's interesting that we have the the suit of emotions, because this would normally be our water friends, right, versus the earth here. So there is this balance. There's this need also in the week too to ground your emotions. Your emotions are an indication of what your heart is guiding you. It's your GPS. And we have to make sure we do things like, you know, take care of our health, okay? Um, most importantly, diet and things like this, exercise, eating, so that we are grounded, getting outside in nature and walking around, things to balance out so that the information that flows through, that is guiding us, that's propelling us forward, is clear, just like the sound of the trumpet, right? So, this card is kind of warning about getting bogged down in the weekend, but throughout the week, you need to keep a balance of your energies by making sure you really do a lot of earth kind of physical activities that really ground you with the earth. Okay, so let me just tune in to just see if there's any additional messages with this card. And what I'm just kind of seeing is my symbol for vulnerability. And usually that's the backside of someone bare bottom. But I see like a lot of like a tool belt on this bell bottom, like lots of different tools kind of strapped in. And so what it's telling me is you have, well, it's telling me you're a little bit overworked. You've been just sort of working, and they're kind of saying that you need some more information. So don't always get involved in a lot of things without getting a little bit more information. Even if that information is just check in with your higher self. Is this what my heart loves? And if that is not what your heart loves, then that's something you need to let someone else do. Okay? Because we can't do everything. And as one of my mentors said, we're not meant to do everything. And when we, kind of, let's just say it this way, stick our noses in everything, then what we're doing is we're cheating others of their opportunity to grow and evolve. So really only listen to what your heart guides you to do as a priority in the moment, because that is essential as we're all co-creating together. Okay, if you really understand what I'm saying there, that's really, really important. Let's take a look at the card that I already pulled from the bottom of the deck, and it's the Messenger of Action. This card came up in the previous week, in a daily card message in Facebook. And I love this card because, and it's just right on the heels of what I was saying, because she kind of looks like a Florence Nightingale, right, with her candle coming to you. And it's a kind of like, she's bringing you a message of light and inspiration with ideas. And, so one of the things I'm getting is that someone may come to you with ideas or opportunities, okay, in this week. So this card is the underlying influence of the week, or the what's really running this the energy for the week from the ground up. And so this is really just kind of confirming that so be aware that, like, you may feel like you're in the dark and you have lost your way about something, but there's someone, or you may be that person who is like a Florence Nightingale, who will, bring their guidance, their wisdom, their inspiration, motivation, to get things going for you again, to help you to get to get your confidence flowing. So that's what I'm really getting about this card. So just really look out for the answers, the assistance, the guidance that comes to you, the inspiration that comes to you through the love that you feel in your heart, and through others who are guided by their hearts to be of service, or you being of service to others, which is sort of a theme from last week as well. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And I thank you all for your comments here on YouTube and for subscribing. Please continue to subscribe so that you can, get these messages on a weekly basis. And also join us on Facebook and for the daily card messages there. And I really enjoy reading the comments there as well. And thank you all for your support and for allowing me to be a part of your lives and to experience all the expansion of your soul, of your source with you. So if you'd like an angel reading, please, you can contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below, as well as the Facebook page link is also in the description link below this video. And so I hope you all have a beautiful week, and that you are able to open to the awakening of your source that is unfolding for you with all the success and abundance and prayers and solutions that you need. And so until next week, God bless you all.